Hello and welcome again to NERF News, your number one source for NERF news. I'm your host Drac, and today I'm going to be talking about the DoomLands 2169 Persuader, which is this fine and dandy sidearm pictured here. Before we dig into it, let's thank Marcus over on Facebook for shooting me this information, but this is the blaster. It's a base orange with a gray trim and then the fun clear paneling, which at this point we can assume from the DoomLands line will only be on the side of the blaster facing outside the package. So that's cool, get to see how it works. We kind of saw that in the Lawbringer, which also had the hammer prime system, the easily most amazing feature in any NERF sidearm period, because it allows for one-handed priming and firing. It's sweet, it's got plenty of punch, and is just my overall favorite platform, as evidenced by my love of the hammer shot. Now, down here we have our fun DoomLands hero doing his usual thing, but instead of holding the Lawbringer like he normally does in images, he is in fact holding the Persuader. So we've got a little bit of an update to marketing. Comes with 4 DoomLands darts, has 4 barrels. That's very interesting. That means that this is twice the double striking action. What do you call that? A double strike? Maybe you could call it a tetra strike. Haha, we'll get to that later. Anyhow, the blaster looks to be very simple. Other than that, a lot of people think that this is very similar to the Rebel 4 Victory, but it isn't a reshell, definitely not. We're using something more akin to the Crossfire Bow's smart AR system, and I can virtually guarantee you that this is a smart AR system. We will fire top dart, second dart, third dart, fourth dart, in that order, more than likely, and not do the fun diamond pattern. Now that means with no diamond pattern, the front end of this blaster doesn't have to be as wide, which means that this blaster could be thinner and therefore easier to holster, easier to tuck into your back pocket, better for HVZ, better for a lot of things. The thing that I'm in particular interested is, for those of you that have been noticing my props builds, I like using the 4 Victory for hand cannons from Destiny, and that middle segment there is always too thick, so you have to work around it and strap cylinders on. It's just a pain. This is a nice flat looking blaster, and so in addition to just being a better platform, it should be better for costumery. And the other ergonomics of it, let's take a look. Here's the back of the packaging. I can't read any of this. I assume it's the usual DoomLands puffery. In a darkened world where zombies and worms attack, this blaster will shoot foam darts in a way that's totally like how other foam dart blasters function, but it's cool. So we've got the usual corrugated grip thing going on, which is my one big reservation. I like the 4 Victory's ultra smooth grip, but if you need some grippiness, I think that this will be sweet. The handle looks a little bit between like a regular pistol grip and a fencing grip, which is kind of cool. I like to change it up sometimes. And this is just showing it with darts loaded. So that's the back of the blaster. Hammer prime action, 4 darts, not too terribly much to say. Again, big comparison to the 4 Victory. This looks much thinner. You can tell flat versus diamond. That's just geometry, guys. That's not hard. And then this portion here looks to be thinner as well, which worries me just a little bit. There might be lesser performance because this plunger tube looks smaller. I know that the 4 Victory's plunger tube is massive in here, so hopefully they're doing some voodoo magic down here. They've upped the spring, they've improved the angle, what have you, and it's going to hit just as far. I would like regular elite ranges out of this blaster, wouldn't we all? Again, it just, as soon as I saw it, it reminded me of the old school Busby Tetra Strike, just the way that the barrels are stacked, the way that it's kind of sleek and flat. The Tetra Strike was a very flat blaster and was actually somewhat practical once you removed its air release hole in its pump. It was pretty okay. So that's all, folks. That's all I've got on the new and exciting DoomLands Persuader. I don't have an MSRP on this blaster yet. I expect it'll be well under $15. If I had to guess, I'd put it somewhere between the hammer shot and the double strike. So more than 9, less than 15. That's my guess, not a promise. And as always, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any speculation about this blaster that I didn't cover, be sure to let me know in the comment section below. I'm interested to hear what you think.